What is going on, beautiful people, and welcome back to the Kings MyLeague series here on NBA 2K21. The Kings are sitting at 7-12 on the season as they head over to South Beach to battle the 11-6 Miami Heat. And this Heat team is pretty OP, at least as far as their starting five goes. If you guys remember from the offseason video, they got a huge free agent signing in Giannis Antetokounmpo, of course, coming over from the Bucks, and they still have Jimmy Butler, Tyler Hero, and Bam Adebayo, and they also drafted Cole Anthony in the first round of the draft. Meanwhile, for the Kings, it's still the same starting five. De'Aaron Fox, even with his broken nose, will be the starter at point guard. Buddy Hield, Harrison Barnes, Onyeka Okongwu, and Marvin Bagley round out the starting five for the Kings. So now we go into the game in Heat with the basketball. Jimmy Butler wide open from the corner, and he gets the Heat on the board. 30 seconds in, it's 3-0. Now here's De'Aaron Fox pulling up from mid-range, and he hits it to make it a 3-2 ball game. So the Kings trying to stay with the Heat early on in this game. Now Fox going to pull up for three, no good. Rebounded by Okongwu. He gets Butler to jump, and he dunks it in to give the Kings a 4-3 lead. So now here's Butler passing inside to Giannis, and he gets right by Okongwu and Bagley for the bucket. So the Heat have the lead back as 5-4. Now Hield pulling up, both feet inside the line, and it'll be a deep two to make it 6-5. Now under 9 minutes to go in the quarter, and Tyler Hero comes up with a big steal. He's going to kick it out to a wide open Cole Anthony, who pulls up and hits the three, and the Heat have an 8-6 lead now. De'Aaron Fox trying to answer back with a three of his own, no good. Rebounded by Okongwu. He goes back up with it and gets the tough layup over Butler's head, and we're tied at 8. So now Giannis working against Okongwu, drives inside, nice spin there, and Giannis gets the bucket to make it 10-8. So now here are the Kings. Nice dish there from Hield, and Bagley gets the bucket to tie it back up at 10. So now here are the Heat in transition. Giannis going to pass inside to Adebayo, and he gets right by Bagley to give the Heat the lead again. So now here's Buddy Hield wide open from mid-range, ties it back up at 12. So now here are the Heat with the ball. Giannis gonna pass inside to Adebayo, and he flushes it. The Kings burn a timeout as the Heat have a 2-point lead. So now here's Kuzma into the game now, working against Jay Crowder, and he gets a nice underhanded layup to tie it back up at 14. But that doesn't last very long as Giannis gets a bucket there to make it 16-14. And now here's Grayson Allen pulling up for three, and he drains it to make it a 1-point game. 18-17 now, under 4 minutes to go. Poirier gonna pass inside to KZ Okpala, who dunks it in. So it's 20-17 now. Okongwu gonna pass inside to Bagley. He's working against Poirier, misses the layup, gets the rebound, and he's gonna dunk it in this time. And it's a 1-point game. So now here are the Heat in transition. Anthony with the ball, and he's going to take it up, passes inside to Apollo, who passes it to Derek Favors, who flushes it, and the Kings have to burn yet another timeout. So now 2:36 to go in the first quarter. Kyle Kuzma wide open, and he makes it a 2-point game with the mid-range jumper. So now here are the Heat. Jay Crowder going to pass inside, and he finds Apollo, who's able to get the bucket in. Grayson Allen just not there in time. So now here are the Heat. Okpala running in transition, passes over to Crowder, and now Okpala gonna pull it for three, wide open, and he hits it right before the end of the first. And as we head into the second quarter, the Heat hold a 28-22 lead over the Kings. So now we're in the second quarter, the Heat with the basketball here, and Okpala again wide open, and he hits the deep two to make it 30-22. So the Kings got to get it together here, and Gary Payton II coming up with a dunk is a good way to start it off. The mitten makes it a 6-point deficit now, and after some free throws, it's 30-26. Now here's Giannis with a nice adjustment there, getting the bucket in to make it a 6-point game once again. So now here is Fox pulling up for three, and he gets it to go. So now the Kings down by just 5. So now here's Giannis getting a nice pick there, and he's going to take it in and gets the layup. Makes it 36-29. So now here's Michael Evans with the miss. And now the Heat in transition. Here's Giannis. And he pulls up for the mid-range jumper, and he gets it to go. So now the Heat up by 9. So the Kings got to get something done on offense. And here's Fox passing inside to Bagley. And he gets the bucket to go as Adebayo goes right by him. So now an 8-point deficit for the Kings. Fox going to pull it for three, and he drains it right in the face of Cole Anthony, makes it a 5-point game. So now here's Butler hitting it off to Giannis, who pulls up for three. No good. Rebounded by Anthony, and he's going to put it back in. Makes it a 43-36 game. And now here's Marvin Bagley, wide open for three, and he misses it. You got to convert those wide open threes. And now on the other side, Anthony going to drain this wide open three from the wing. That's a 6-point turnaround there and a 10-point lead now for the Heat. Fox going to hit this deep two, however, to make it an 8-point game. So now under 6 minutes to go in the first half. Anthony throws the lob and Giannis slams it down. And it's a 10-point lead for the Heat. And now the Kings make it a 7-point game. Here's Anthony working against Fox. And he's going to pass it to Giannis. And Okongwu just sags off. And if you sag off, you swags off. Giannis makes it a 10-point game. So Fox gets a pick from Bagley. And he's going to drive inside. Gets the bucket and the foul against Adebayo. So Fox would miss the free throw, but it's a 6-point game still. And now Bagley going to pass inside to Fox. And he gets another and one. So Derek Favors now in foul trouble. Now here's Okpala getting a pick, and he's going to take it to the rack. Makes it a 5-point game. Now under 3 minutes to go in the quarter. Anthony going to drive in and gets by Okongwu and gets the bucket to go. So now a 7-point lead for the Heat. Now Marvin Bagley going to miss this free throw, and now here are the Heat in transition. Crowder takes it up, and he's going to pass over to a wide open Dustin Poirier, and he drains the three. The Kings have to close out on these shooters, otherwise it's going to be a long day for them. But Grayson Allen right back at you with a three of his own, makes it a 6-point game. So now here is Anthony driving in, and he's going to get the layup to go. The Kings really just have no answer for anybody on this Heat team. And here's Okpala getting the short-range jumper to go in. So now a 10-point lead for the Heat. And now the Kings try to make some kind of a comeback here. Here's a three, and it goes in for Gary Payton II. So now a 7-point deficit. Last few seconds of the second quarter. Grayson Allen misses the three in the corner. Bagley with the rebound. Passes back out to Allen, who shoots from the wing this time. And that one goes in to make it a 4-point game. As we go into the half, the Heat have a 4-point lead over the Kings, 62-58. We'll be back with the second half of basketball right after this. So at halftime, the Heat with a 62-58 lead, and they're shooting 52% from the field and have 6 steals already. But the Kings are out rebounding the Heat 26-21 and are shooting 47%, so they're not doing too bad either. Cole Anthony has 12 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists for the Heat so far, and Marvin Bagley has 7 points, 9 rebounds, and 2 assists for the Kings. So now we're into the third quarter, the Heat with the basketball. Giannis going to drive in, gets right by Bagley and dunks it. So really the Kings defensively are just not playing well at all in this game, but Fox going to pull up for three and makes it a 3-point game. Good shot there by De'Aaron Fox. And now here's Michael Evans going to pass inside the Fox, and he's going to get the bucket and the foul. And he'll go to the line with a chance to tie the ball game up at 64. So here's Fox, and he gets the free throw to go. So we're tied at 64. So now Butler going to drive inside, and he pulls up, no good. Kings get the rebound. And now Fox in transition, drives in, and he gets the bucket to go. So the Kings with a 2-point lead, their first lead since the first quarter. But it's not going to last very long as Adebayo gets a very awkward alley-oop to go in. 66 all is the score, but now here's Fox working against Anthony. And he's going to take it down the baseline, and he lays it up to give the Kings the lead back at 68-66. And now here are the Heat in transition. Tyler Hero going to pull up and hits the wide open three to give the Heat a 69-68 lead. But now Giannis going to dunk it to get the Heat the lead back after the Kings hit some free throws. So 71-70. And now here's a big steal by Anthony. The Heat in transition. He's going to kick it to a wide open Giannis in the corner, and he hits another three. He's not the best three-point shooter, but if you leave him wide open, he's going to hit some threes as Fox misses his three there. And now the Heat in transition. Anthony passes to Hero, who throws the alley-oop to Adebayo, and he flushes it. And the Kings now down by 6 as they burn a timeout. So now here's another pass inside to Adebayo, and he's going to get right by the defender for another bucket. 78-71. The Kings had the lead for a small period of time, but now the Heat just starting to dominate as Giannis gets another bucket in the paint. 80-71 is the score, and here's Giannis again, getting another bucket to go. And what was once a very close game in the third quarter has started to turn into a blowout, but Fox is going to get a bucket for the Kings to slow down the bleeding a bit. They're still down by 11, however, with about 4 minutes to go. Now here's Hero in the corner, hits the three. 87-73 is the score right now, and things not looking good for the Kings. But Fox still trying to keep him in the game, and he hits a deep two. Actually, he's going to count as a three. I thought his foot was on the line, but now it's 87-76. And now here's Hero pulling up for three, and he answers right back with a three of his own. 90-76 is the score. Here's Bagley working against the defender, gets the bucket to go. So now a 12-point game. The Kings trying to work their way back into this one. Here's a deep two, no good. Rebounded by Allen. He goes back up with it, and good. Grayson Allen actually performing pretty well for the Kings in this one. 92-81, and now a big block by Bagley. And here come the Kings in transition. Fox getting by Anthony, passes inside to Okongwu, and he dunks it on the Heat defense. It's now a 10-point game. And now here's Kapala again, hitting another three for the Heat as we go into the third quarter. The Heat up 95-82, and it's going to take a big fourth quarter for the Kings to come back in this one. So we're into the fourth quarter now. The Kings down by 13. De'Aaron Fox going to get a pick from Bagley, pulls up from the wing, and he gets it to go. So now a 10-point deficit for the Kings. And now it's just pretty much a 3-and-D situation as Grayson Allen going to hit the deep two to make it 95-87. The Kings not quite out of this one. And now here's Allen, passes inside to Fox, and he gets the layup to go. So now it's once again an 8-point game. Now they got to make a stop. Here's Butler with the fadeaway in the paint, and he gets it to go. So now a 12-point lead for the Heat. And now here's Giannis getting a layup to go. 103-89 is the score, and the Heat are starting to run away with this one again. Kings trying to keep pace, however. Here's Bagley with a big dunk, and it's a 14-point game. But the Kings need to make a stop on defense, and they're not going to do so here as Giannis gets right in the paint for another bucket. 16-point lead for the Heat. Now here's Fox, gets his pocket picked by Anthony. A huge game for Anthony defensively, and he's going to throw the lob to Giannis, and he puts it down. 109-91, and now Anthony going to pick Fox's pocket again. Gets yet another steal, and Anthony going to take it in himself this time. Gets fouled, but he would make both of his free throws, and the Heat just running away with this one up 20 now. And Giannis going to put the exclamation point on this one. 115-93 at that point. And the final score would be 124-103. The Kings hung in there with the Heat for about 3 quarters. Then in the fourth, the Heat really broke it open. But I like what I saw from this Kings team overall through the first 3 quarters, but they just got to play better in the fourth, honestly. De'Aaron Fox put the Kings on his back pretty much. 38 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, but those 6 turnovers, they'll kill you every time. Grayson Allen had 16 points, 3 rebounds, 2 assists in 20 minutes, and was 4 for 9 from 3-point range. And Allen will probably get some more playing time down the stretch, honestly. Marvin Bagley had 11 points, 15 rebounds, 4 assists, and 5 blocks in this one. Pretty good game for him overall. Giannis with 43 points, 9 rebounds, and 4 assists in this one. 20 of 25 from the field. You can't get much more efficient than that, honestly. KZ Okpala had 20 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists, and 1 steal as well. He was 7 of 9 from the field, so a pretty good game for him as well. And Cole Anthony played 42 minutes in this game, 16 points, 8 rebounds, 9 assists, and 6 steals. But he did shoot 5 of 18 from the field, 2 of 11 from 3-point range, so not a great game shooting for him. And the Heat overall, 52% from the field to end the game, and were 17 of 20 from the charity stripe. So a good game for them. The Kings would bounce back with a big victory over the Washington Wizards, 133-130. De'Aaron Fox had 33 points and 11 assists in this game. Hield had 21. Bagley and Allen each had 18. So a good bounce back game for the Kings in this one. They did trail after the first quarter, but a 42-point second really helped them come back. Bradley Beal had 44 points, 4 rebounds, and 5 assists for the Wizards. John Wall had 18 points and 6 assists, but 5 turnovers really hurt the Wizards in this one. And overall, a pretty good shooting day from both teams. The Wizards actually shot 55% from the field, but it wasn't enough to get the victory in a very close game against the Kings. So the Kings starting to turn the season around a bit. And honestly, they play a lot better when I'm not controlling the sticks. Maybe I spoke too soon, however, because after an 11-point fourth quarter, the Kings fall 127-100 against the Atlanta Hawks. De'Aaron Fox had 24 points, Bagley had 15 points, 10 rebounds, Kuzma 14 points and 9 rebounds for the Kings. On the other side, Trae Young had 31 points. I know my boy True Star is going to be happy about that. And Collins had 28 points, 14 rebounds. Clint Capella had 18 points and 11 rebounds. So two Hawks had double-doubles in this game. But not scoring in the fourth quarter really killed the Kings as they shot 41% from the field, 6 of 35 from three-point range. You're not going to win many games if you're shooting like that. So the Nuggets actually offered us a trade. They offered us Gary Harris and a second-round pick in 2024 for Buddy Hield. It was tempting because I actually do like Gary Harris a lot, but I decided to hold on to Hield. I think he can definitely be a building block for this Kings team. And the Kings end up turning around and getting another victory, this time over the Orlando Magic. 102-95 is the final there. Harrison Barnes actually led the team in scoring with 20 points. De'Aaron Fox had 18 points. Okongwu had 12 points, 12 rebounds in this one. And a pretty good effort in this one for the Kings. On the other side, DeMar DeRozan led the Magic with 31 points. Aaron Gordon had 13. Nikola Vucevic had 10. And the Kings actually didn't shoot very well at all in this game, but were still somehow able to find a victory in this one. 39% from the field, 38% from three-point range. So it's just like, it seems like the Kings just want to contradict me, although the Magic didn't shoot much better, as you can see. And then the Kings with a big blowout victory over the Indiana Pacers, 137-103. Hield had 31 points. De'Aaron Fox had 27 points, 10 assists. Bagley had a double-double, as did Okongwu. Big game from pretty much everybody on the Kings in this one. And Malcolm Brogdon led the Pacers with 17 points. Victor Oladipo added 15. Sadiq Bey had 13 and 13 in this one. And just not a very good game from the Pacers, as you can see. Brogdon and Oladipo missed a lot of shots in this game. And 39% from the field for the Pacers. The Kings took 50 threes, the Pacers took 49, so almost 100 combined threes taken in this game. But the Kings were able to make all out of their twos, and that's why they got the victory. So next video, we're going to be battling Ja Morant and Kawhi Leonard and the Memphis Grizzlies, who are leading the West right now. And I'm playing a lot of the tough matchups in this series early on. I really want to test my skill in this game, which obviously is kind of lacking. And I really want to test how this team plays against tough opponents in played games. So if you're ready for this matchup against a very tough Grizzlies team, then make sure you guys hit that like button, leave a comment down below, and hit the subscribe button if you're new to the channel. Also be sure to turn your notifications on to join the notification gang. That way, every time I upload a video, you guys will be notified, and we're going to keep this mofo rolling here on Craniac Gaming. And if you want to see more franchise, dynasty, and MyLeague content from the channel, then check out the playlists in front of you.
I've been suffering in silence, and they paid me no mind. I've been stuck inside the shadows for a really long time. It feels like they forgot about me. Well, I'm here to remind you that the world is gonna hear me when it's my time to shine.